today I'm continuing on my theme of trying to play RPG games solo, and I'm gonna still be using Jenga-based CRGE. I'm gonna pair it with this.
An RPG that's based off Jenga. And it's called Dread.
The action of this story is gonna take place in a smart city, a big metropolis, futuristic, techy, kind of stuff you see in Cyberpunk or Blade Runner or Judge Dredd, that kind of city. I've got 3 characters I'll be playing. I've got a guy who is a barman, kind of a young guy who lived outside of the city. So he's supposed to be a man, a leader, flawed, willing to take risks, humble beginnings. To be kind of the action guy in this story. So she's a model. She does exercise and dance videos, kind of like a TikTok e-girl. She posts every day. She's locally famous, and she's kind of sponsored by brands. She lives in the smart city. She probably got in the party because of her fine looks and her relative fame. So coming back to who hired you for this gig and how did he find you? I replied, Father Zorg. That's how I'm gonna call him. The transhumanist guru. I want him to be kind of a cyborg, kind of a guy who embraces augmenting yourself. He found me online, looking at my pictures, and offered to pay my expenses. He slid in her DMs, as you would say. He offered to pay my expenses for me to escort him at the party. He promised it would bolster my career by allowing me to network with the glitterati present there. A guru. Someone who used to be the apprentice of another guru, and that started their own cult. And just like famous cults, his cult attracted a lot of famous people around the city, which is why he's being invited to the tower. Get ready, because I hope by the end of that scene, shit will have hit the fan, and you will have a glimpse of what kind of baddie, what kind of enemy, what kind of monster, perhaps, I have concocted for this story. Alright, now that my characters are all done, I'm gonna welcome you to Herman Black's tower. The grand, smart tower in the middle of the smart city, where the party's gonna be held, and much more is likely to happen. We start with scene number 1. We're in the penthouse. We start with Jake. Jake has been on the job for the past 3 hours already. And the party has just started picking up when Father Zorg and his entourage came on the scene. So my character has been doing his thing, preparing, getting organized with the other staff members, getting run through the security. To give you a little idea of the layout of this tower, first he had to get through the front door and check a security checkpoint there. Then he went up through the corporate housing floors, and then through the security floor that's at the top of the corporate housing. And then the health floor, he had to go through that. And after the health floor, the big penthouse begins. It's like a manor on top of a skyscraper. So it's huge. There's a party pad, multiple bedrooms, a pool, a little security place again, because this tower is all about security. And there's like a cinema, so it's huge. Huge, huge, huge. The kind of stuff you'd see in a Marvel movie or something, like Tony Stark's tower, you know? Jake has been on the job for the past 3 hours, and it's only been picking up in the last few minutes when Father Zorg came on the scene. It's like everyone's been anticipating this guy. It brings with him celebrities and models, writers and journalists, rappers and comedians. As he comes, it almost feels like he's the true owner of the tower. After the A's and the what's ups have started to die down, you know, as he's been getting greeted by everyone, there's a woman who was standing right beside the Zorg that kind of detaches herself from the group of the entourage and heads towards Jack. Hey, could you get me something sweet? Sure thing, he replies. How about a peach daiquiri? Yeah, that'll do. I think I had one at Sammy's before. And then she adds, and make it strong. This Father something guy seems pretty handsy. So we cut from Eleanor and Jake back to Father Zorg. He's shaking hands and making jokes with some of the guests. He already seems to have put himself at the center of everyone's attention, and he would like to stay there because he's gonna try to impress the guests with one of his augments. So that's gonna be the first tower pull. And then I'm gonna ask CRGE a little bit more about how this pans out. But first, let me get the first piece. So the rules are simple. I gotta use one hand. I can switch whenever I want, but I can't be, using two of them at the same time. And I don't know how much I gotta commit. I don't think if I start pulling, I must finish. I'll give myself a little leeway and say that I can bail on a piece. And I gotta put it on top. And I think the first three topmost levels are off limits, and then it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna make it more visual for you guys and take from this side. Just prodding. See what wants to come out. I'm not gonna go for the base because that can take out a lot of structure all at once. And oh geez. Alright, I'm gonna do that one. There we go. So Father Zorg manages to do his party trick. So he has a cyber eye on his forehead where the third eye is supposed to be. And in his character sheet, I said it allows him to see infrareds and UV light. He basically is like, all right, you're gonna take this ice cube and you're gonna hide it in one of your hands. And then he uses his third eye to figure out where the ice cube is because it's much colder than the rest. And he's like, oh, there it is. Yes, I'm making him talk like Steve O. So does the trick impress people? I mean, it's kind of a basic trick, so I wouldn't expect people to be flabbergasted by it. But let's see. So we're in 2 knowledge. Ooh, that's not much. Okay. 15. That is a no, but most people are not impressed with such a childish trick. But a couple of guests get excited about his third eye augment, and they start chatting with him about it. He's happy to indulge and tries to sell them on the procedure. Now, going back to Eleanor, she sees that Zorg is busy and not minding her absence, so she figures she can stay away for a little while longer, and she tries to look for a good person to introduce herself to for networking purposes. So I will try to generate a random NPC using Yoon to see then if she manages to network. Okay. We have a 94. Then we have a 20. We have 24. And finally, we have a 17. Dang, now that's a very cool combination, especially for Eleanor. I got passionate rogue with the motivation to chronicle beauty. Passionate rogue that wants to chronicle beauty. To me, that sounds vaguely kind of like a roguish, kind of avant-garde journalist that speaks about art, maybe? Chronicle beauty, that sounds like art journalist. So kind of a cool, kind of, I'll make them a woman. So kind of artsy, cool, a woman that writes about arts. I know cool and writing about arts doesn't always quite go well together, but it's kind of rogue. It's kind of cool like that. Eleanor walks up to a hipstery looking woman with a dark hair to herself and a twinkle of madness in her eyes. You know how some people, they just look mischievous just the way you look at them? Well, she's that kind of lady. Her face changes to a wide smile as Eleanor comes up to greet her. And she replies, "I'm Desdemona. Pleasure to meet such a lovely young thing as yourself." She's a little bit older than Eleanor, by the way. And Eleanor can't help but blush at such a direct comment. She then starts talking about what she does, a bit nervously, you know. She just kind of starts talking. But she quickly sees Desdemona is not into it, you know. She's trying to talk to a arts buff about mundane things and not going too well. So Eleanor is gonna try to pull a piece to try and salvage the conversation. And then we're gonna ask the Luma Fate how much of a success this is. Can she really manage to make it into a good conversation, or is she just saving face with that pull? Okay, I'm gonna go with my right hand and hopefully take a piece on the outside so I don't screw myself up. Oh, well, this one comes out so easy. There we go. So, I'm not too stressed at the moment because at this point in the game, the tower is still very stable. But, as things go on, it won't be so stable. Oh, and I almost forgot about something. Wait a second. Yeah, oh my gosh, I just realized something. I was thinking, wow, it's really not that scary for the moment because we're at the beginning of the game. But then I realized that I'm supposed to take out 3 pieces for each character I have less than 5. So basically you're supposed to play with 5 players, but since I'm playing with 3 characters, I should take out 6 pieces. I should have done it before, but I'm gonna do it now. Okay, this is gonna make it a lot more tense. Ooh, cripey. Okay. Hey boy. I don't want to take out that one. Yeah, this one. Okay, so 1. Take this one too. 2. 3. I'm starting to get stressed. And it would be Eleanor dying if it comes out, if it falls off. Okay, another 3, I think. Alright, 2 left. Oh my gosh, no. No. Alright, I'm gonna go with that one. Alright, last one. Oh boy. I'm just gonna take one near the top. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's already a lot less stable. Okay, a lot more stressful now. So Eleanor pulled a piece. And now I'm just gonna ask the question, does she manage to get the conversation going again? This does not bode well. It's an 11, which is really not a very high. There is a no but, once again. Desdemona looks bored and says, "Listen, cutie, I don't need your life story, but I think you've got the it factor. You've got the sparkles, okay? I've got a painter friend that would LOVIE to have you in his studio. He would just love it. Now, if you just follow me on the balcony, I'll snap a couple of pics to send them." So Eleanor, she's kind of relieved. She doesn't have to feel dumb chatting with that woman anymore, and she just follows her to the balcony. Pictures. That's my thing. I know pictures. That's what she thinks to herself. Meanwhile, Jake has been daydreaming about Eleanor. without even realizing it, he's been looking at her while he's, cleaning glasses and giving drinks to folks. She's such a hottie, he thinks to himself. But a guy from the staff makes him snap out of it. Jake, we got special orders from the boss man. He's about to invite the guests to a special tour, and while he does that, we are going to get champagne glasses ready for everyone. Have you ever done a pyramid out of glasses, Jake? And Jake barely thinks and he replies, yeah, of course. Yeah, you know how you might lie like an idiot? Yeah, that happened to me so many times before. And just put yourself into trouble. So now he goes to the back room and starts getting champagne glasses out of the dishwasher. I'm taking a cue from my own personal experience as a dishwasher. And I remember getting those glasses out was a pain. I was always afraid to break them. Which is why I'm gonna have Jake pull a Jenga block to make sure the champagne glasses are safely out of the dishwasher and put on the trays. Oh, I don't wanna make it fall. I don't want Jake to die like a dummy. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Oh my gosh. It's already started to get scary. And the way I've got my setup, I could so easily bump into the table. It's no joke. Okay, so that's done. Jake and the staff managed to get everything out of the dishwasher with zero breakage. Going back to Father Zorg, he was chatting with two execs about all the benefits of cybernetic augmentations when he realizes Eleanor has not been with him for a little bit. He starts looking around with a frown on his face. Eleanor is having a little impromptu photo shoot with Desdemona. She thinks to herself, with the poses she's making me strike, there's no way that lady is interested in me just for art's sake. And right as she thinks that, Zorg slams the balcony sliding door open and shouts,
"Is there a problem here?"
Eleanor blurts out, we were just taking pictures. And Desdemona stays silent. Zorg replies, "Pictures? There'll be no more pictures tonight. I paid for your ass to be with me all night, so you're going to park it right here, honey." Desdemona says with an air of outrage,
"She's her own damn woman."
Zorg rebukes her with,
"Hey, pointy tits. Picasso called and he needs you back in his painting."
So now Eleanor tries to calm Zorg down by assuring him she is not getting away again. So she's gonna pull one time for that. Okay, I'm not gonna nudge anything. Just gonna go with the safe one. I mean, this one would be safe, but you don't want to take too many of the middle ones because it's more stable, sure, but they kind of prevent you from getting good ones afterwards. Wow, this is already very unstable. Father Zorg calms down just in time for him to shake hands with Herman Black without looking like half of a madman. Herman Black has finally come down from his bedroom, arrayed in a shiny chrome finish, soft metal tuxedo, which is the latest fashion for the mega rich. He gives a nod and a forced smile to Zorg, and then clears his throat to get everyone's attention. uses a little glass and it's like, ding, 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 ding. My esteemed guests, I am so happy to have you here in this modest little pad of mine. I see you have already been taking your ease here, but I would ask you to put a pin on that for the moment. I insist on showing you around what I like to think as the ideal leisure and wellness space for such refined guests as you and I. If you would follow me, the tour is about to begin. As soon as the guests clear out, Jake and the staff wheel out a large table. They put a large velvet tablecloth over it and start stacking the glasses to form a pyramid. And everyone's counting on Jake to guide that. So I'm gonna have him pull twice. The first one for confidence and, letting people, guiding people. And the second one for if he drops the glasses or not. So yeah, 2 pulls. It's starting to get scary, alright. But it's good. Because I think we're not far from the horror starting. Let's see. Oh boy, this is already pretty bad. Okay, this one's not too bad. Ah, gosh. Oh no. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Oh, I would feel so dumb if I make it fall now. Okay, so I could... Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Jake manages to do the pyramid and even look confident while doing so. Jake pulls it off and the staff is impressed with him. The pyramid is there, it's standing, it's ready to be filled with champagne, like you see in those movies, like where it does like a little fountain, a little spring of champagne. So kitschy. Meanwhile, Herman is taking the guests around to see all the medical facilities on the floor right below the party pad. Between the plastic surgeon and the abortion clinic, you'll see a blood transfusion therapy clinic from our friends at Battery Incorporated. I'm sure most of you will be familiar with the treatment since it's been a gangbuster with the more tasteful residents at the tower. Eleanor opines, Battery has been a great sponsor of hers for a few months now. And while putting someone else's blood on your face feels a bit icky at first, it does give you one heck of a smooth skin. One of Zorg's followers even tells him, hey, maybe that's what you need. And Zorg just looks at him cross. And no one else dares chime in. Then Father Zorg walks up to Herman.
Forget those glorified beauty salons. What you need is a sophisticated augmentation booth. I'm talking robot surgeons, full body transplants with top grade titanium plates.
Pointing to his third eye.
The whole shebang.
So he's gonna pull a Jenga piece to try and convince Herman to put his own cult-sponsored clinic up there. Alright, let's not kill Zorg, even though he is not the funnest of guys. Okay. There you go. Looks like he does a decent job. I'll just throw a little CRGE Loom of Fate just to see how much of a success this could be. Ooh, looks like it's a pretty good one. 97. Very good. That is a yes and unexpectedly. Yes and unexpectedly means I have to roll an additional d20, and this might kind of change the direction of the scene. It's 18, I think. Yeah, 18. Ah, that's a reroll. 10. Pattern change. The main thread gets modified drastically. Whatever direction the main thread was heading makes a hard left. Okay, that is a perfect. Perfect, I tell you. I know exactly how it turns a hard left. Not only does Father Zorg manage to convince Herman to listen to him, but he proves so convincing that Herman leaves his guest with one of the staff members and leads the guru back to his office upstairs. As they come back up, they absent-mindedly walk past the table with the pyramid of champagne glasses. Zorg eyes the glasses with a grin of anticipation. The staff is pulled back, admiring their stack of glasses and chatting good-naturedly amongst themselves. Their job here is, they're over the hump, basically, with their shift. Now it's just gonna be serving people and cleaning up when the night is done. Or so they think, because they suddenly feel a big vibration traversing the apartment, which makes the glasses vibrate quite violently, I might add. So I'm gonna ask, do they fall? 48. Okay, that is a no. Phew. They're like, oh, phew. And then an alarm goes off. Alert! A large unidentified object detected southwest of Crow's Nest 1. The staff looks all around in shock and panic. And a large shadow obscures the light coming from outside for a second. So they're like, what the heck? And then, just like when a big cloud comes overhead on a sunny day and then suddenly it's like darkness for a second or two. That's what happens. Jakes runs to the balcony to see what it could be. He has like an intuition. So he goes out, opens the sliding door, and before him he sees in the sky a large silhouette flying in midair. First, it flies away from the building. So you can imagine Jake is me. So it flies away, and then it starts doing a U-turn. And as it does so, Jake glimpses what it looks like. And it looks like, whatever it is, it has a long, translucent tail. The silhouette starts flying back, and Jake is struck by the chilling sight of a dozen red eyes staring at him from the darkness and accelerating towards him. Jake is frozen for an instant, and he lets out, "What the fuck? There's a dragon outside." And with this, I will end the episode here for today. I hope you enjoyed this intro. In the next episode, crap is really gonna hit the fan. Like, that whatever that monster is, if it's a dragon or not, it's about to hit the tower. So, that's gonna be something. So I hope you enjoyed that. And for those of you who have been following my videos lately, I just want to give you a little peek behind the scenes So basically, I've been starting to work as a videographer and as an editor. So I don't have as much time as I used to, which is why I've been trying to come up with quicker videos I can make on the theme of RPGs and solo RPGs, and because I like doing my D&D series that I started, but it takes a long time to get those episodes out. So I will probably have to find a compromise to make that series continue. Find a way to make it a bit quicker for me to do, because my free time has been reduced by so much lately. um, so yeah, a series like this, which is not as involved for me in the editing, is very much welcome and should allow me to put out more content, which I hope you will appreciate. Anyhow, I hope this first little pilot episode has been a success. I'll definitely encourage you to check out Dread. It's an awesome RPG. I think it works fine enough to do solo, but it's really amazing to play with friends. With like you put together 5 people or 6 people, and Dread is a blast. Even for people who have never played RPGs before or almost no experience there. And of course, check out CRGE if you have not already done so. Check out Yoon and Bold. These are resources I've been going back to time and time over in the past few months, because they're really useful if you want to have random events, if you want have random NPCs. That one is so useful. I mean, just the way it was useful in this campaign should illustrate just how good of an asset this is. Because I feel like if I don't have those, yeah, I can come up with NPCs on my own, but they tend to be cliched or not as imaginative as when I put those kinds of constraints on myself, So anyway, hope you have a good day. Hope you had a good time listening to my story. Hope you will tune in next time and give my video a like if you did enjoy, and a subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.